worth it? Now, before you answer that question, welcome to episode 5, day 5, I should say, of this Let's Play. And today I kind of want to talk about why I'm even discussing or even asking you, the watcher, that question, and kind of going into a deep dive of my thoughts for the day. So today's going to be more of a relaxed day. Really just trying to finish the house and talk about some of my thoughts for the day, because I came to... It was a very weird realization. It wasn't really a realization, it was more of a reminder of who I am as a person. We tend to devalue ourselves so much to the point where we don't really see a point in ourselves, and it was very weird. I went down this really big rabbit hole this morning, and I really couldn't find out why I was feeling like this. It felt... I was going through these old videos and all these old music videos that I used to watch and all these old YouTubers, and just really just going down memory lane, and it hit me. This is what nostalgia is. And as weird as that sounds, I didn't come to the realization that nostalgia is a feeling. It's more of it's a feeling of trying to grab what was once there. And this morning, it was really weird for me. I cried, but it wasn't... I didn't feel sad, or I didn't really feel... Well, I should take back that statement. I was feeling sad in the moment, but it wasn't one of those moments where you sit there and it was more of kind of a calm sadness, or just a really depressing sadness that I really couldn't shake. And this morning, it was really bad for some reason. I couldn't understand why I was feeling like this. Why do I want to hold on to the past so much? And as I thought about it more this morning, I apologize, I keep saying this morning a lot, I'm sorry. I'm also kind of not in the right mindset as of today. I've been kind of dealing with a lot of things at home as of recently, so but again, gotta be pumping out these Minecraft videos daily. It is a very selfish thing for me to do, making these videos, but it does help me get through the day, and it does give me something to look forward to when I wake up in the morning. Anyway, back to the topic at hand. I was really... It was saddening, to say the least, and just kind of trying to reminisce about old memories. It really got me thinking about why I just don't understand why I was really thinking about it at that moment. It was more just the smells, the hearing, like what you see. Anything can really trigger it. And that's what I found through my years of living. And you never really experience nostalgia until you become more or less around the age of 16, or at least the age of responsibility. I'll put that in quotes, but because you can be little and you can still have responsibilities. It's more adult responsibilities. if I were to put it bluntly. It's a very weird thing to say, because being an adult seems more of it's an exciting thing. It's a nice thing to be an adult, but I think being in that mind, like that space, that way of thinking when you're a quote unquote adult is more you trying to run away from the present, because the present is such a hard, difficult time for you to process everything. And I understand, it seems kind of weird coming from a college student, on a random, uh, weekday. But it's weird though. You feel like you would find out about this stuff sooner, but when you really sit back and think and talk to yourself about why you're feeling the things you're feeling, it's a really, to me, it's I wouldn't say it's like magic, but it's a very unique phenomenon that us humans just like to do. Oh shoot, I'm just ruined the entire video with plating that glass like that. Also, I do apologize if my voice isn't being broadcasted enough. Today I'm really just trying to get a lot off my chest today, and just trying to really, start to think. It's just I'm just really just trying to get my thoughts out there as of right now. But back to the question that I had was, are you worth it? Or are you, do you find yourself worthy enough to be alive today? It's a very touchy subject, and I think to myself a lot about that daily, and I really am. It's scary to me to think about it all the time, because I'm always on this roller coaster of emotions where it's like, if I were to die today, would I be proud of the life I lived, or would I be sad? Or would the people around me notice I was gone? Or would and it's not something I struggle with every day. No, I'm fortunate enough to really be able to combat those thoughts on a day-to-day basis. To me, it's a very troubling thing to think about when it does occur, and a lot of it happens when I'm thinking about the past, or as we've been discussing, or as I've been stating. I'll say we. I'll give you a say into this conversation, but I apologize. I'm going off the rails again. I just find it, I'm blessed to be where I am today, and the fact that I even think about that stuff and just, wishing I could go back in time to live those moments where I felt truly free is weird to me. You wouldn't think that, getting older you would start to cling to the past as much, but to me it's been like that constantly, and it's been getting harder to not reminisce about, stuff that I've enjoyed. I don't want to say it's hard for me. I would say it's more just, I still don't fully understand where I am. Like, just like this video, it's kind of off the rails and whatnot. You know, I don't really have a kind of theme going for me. But and you know, I was just kind of sitting there as well thinking about it, and this video came up about, you know, people being replaced, you know, with AI and whatnot. But it goes to discuss about how AI can't replace you because of. Let's not die. Actually, let's go to bed so nothing happens. Please don't shoot me. Please. Thank you. I'll kill you. There we go. So, it was a video about AI and how AI, it's unique and it's awesome, but sooner or later, it will become annoying to rely on. And he compared it to like a magic trick, and I thought that was a really fascinating way of putting it. It's just, you know, I wouldn't, you know, I didn't think about how when you use something over and over again, it eventually becomes repetitive or annoying, especially when it comes to stuff that's really like unique. Like the reason why you can't be replaced in a, you know, is because it's you. You're the only one of you that's seen what you've seen and experienced what you've experienced. And that's not just saying all of the happy stuff in your life. Also, let me, oops. I have music in the background. But gosh, I suck at this, and I am sorry. I'm just trying to get, you know, the point across is just you're not, no one can replace you. Not one person can. If you were replaced, the atmosphere would be different. As weird as that sounds, the entirety of your atmosphere would change due to you not being around. Simply because it's not you. And I kind of use this to continue through my day-to-day, even if, you know, I go through my day-to-day life thinking that, hey, you're a failure, you're never going to do anything with your life, you're never going to do anything, you know, remotely good with your life, you know, you're just gonna, you know, wither away, you're, you know, we all eventually die someday, what, this and that. And I really don't like how people word that, because everyone's like, well, we eventually die one day, so it really doesn't matter in the end. But to me, it does. I can't live my life thinking that, oh, well, I'm just gonna die one day. Oh, well. Like, I just, it doesn't sit right with me. And a lot of times when I talk about how I feel, sometimes I just, you know, I feel like I'm getting off on the wrong foot with people, or I'm scared that people might view me as someone who's like, oh, well, he knows what he's talking about, or you don't know what I'm talking about because you've never been through it. And I haven't been through every bad scenario. I haven't been through every bad situation or, you know, relationship, whatnot. I just don't really know how to put what I'm trying to say into words, like my feelings into words. It's a very, I feel like translating how you feel to words is a very difficult thing to do. I don't think it's something that's really easy, and honestly, I think anyone could agree with that it's not easy to do that. Like really expressing yourself to other people, and really to kind of get out of your shell to really just find what you want to do in life. I feel like we all have battles that we never tell anybody, and it's hard. It is. I really, at least for what I've been going through in my life, it's been pretty difficult. But regardless, though, you know, I still find my reasons to get up in the morning. I still find my reasons to smile. I find my reasons to cry. I find my reasons to be sad. I feel like those are all blessings to have. You know, to be sad, to cry, to, you know, to love somebody, to cherish people. I feel like that's a blessing that everyone has. But a lot of people tend to idolize the negative emotions that people hold to themselves. Like, people can't let go of what happened to them, or it feels impossible to move on from what from the events that, you know, happened to them in life, and it feels like no one's, you know, there listening to them, you know, there for them. And it can be a hard thing, but I really feel like if you really want to live the life that you want to live, you really just got to keep going with it, regardless if your life isn't sunshine and rainbows, and, you know, you're not happy with your life. I feel like just getting the chance to live is enough, because, you know, we're small in this big universe. You know, you might as well take your chances and, you know, do what you want to do, because you know, we only get one you know, life. We only get one planet. We only get one universe, you know. And again, you know, you're worth it. At least I would, you know, I would say so, you know. Or, you know, I feel like people don't say that enough to other people. So, you know, if you're listening this far, you know, I don't expect many people to anyway, but if you are listening this far, you know, just sit back for a second and tell yourself you're worth it. Or at least let me say it for you. Because, you know, you're a human being. You're listening to this. You chose to listen to my story. You chose to listen to me talking. You chose to watch me build a freaking house in Minecraft. How, like, yeah, that to me is, you know, you got to do that. You chose to do that. That in itself is amazing. And I never really intended this video to become a whole motivational thing, but I've really been feeling down as of today. I had a lot of fun hanging and talking with some of my friends. I played this game called Peak, which has been a really big blast. I really enjoyed it, and but I spent a little too much time playing video games and whatnot, and, you know, I wasn't focusing on, you know, myself, you know, what I needed to get done for the day. So, oh boy, it has been, you know what, today I might do 2 videos today. So today I'm going to, apologies, can't speak in proper English. Thank you for even getting this far. If you even did get this far, I'm sorry for the weird whole, I'm sorry for the serious talk today. If you were looking for anything funny, or, you know, something that was calming, I do apologize. But thank you for even getting this far, tuning in, and just listening to me yap. It really does mean a lot to me, especially that I'm using this as a means to improve not only myself, but this is also kind of my quote-unquote free therapy. So, anyway, You didn't want to hear, gosh, and of course I'm gonna keep this in because I'm too lazy to edit. But I will. I guess today I might also do a little thing where it's just the Minecraft and just the Minecraft music in the background. I might do an ASMR video today or tomorrow. Don't know, depending on how lazy I want to be today. But again, thank you for tuning in as long as you did. You didn't have to, but you did. So, thank you again.